Alright, it is 2 days after dropping the calories to 2,500. My body's not happy with me. I don't think my brain is either. Here we go with number one. So the goal with this, or the thinking behind it, as you mentioned, sometimes during legato, your pick kind of loses its place. Not really sure. It seems to be confused where it is. I think kind of how you said it. So hopefully with the string skips, this will help get some more awareness built in. And yeah, here we go at good old 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one thing to remember, you were just playing octaves. So you just got your A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So yeah, I would definitely watch your hand more than the page. So hopefully you get it memorized somewhat quickly, since it's just the same 3 notes, just kind of jumping octaves. Anyway, here we go. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely doing a lot of muting with the right hand. It's like when I go from, like I can feel my hand hitting that low E string when I jump up to the D. Now when I come back down, the index finger is doing the muting as far as leaving the D string to go back down to the E. So I've definitely got my right hand on the higher strings now. When I go from the D string up to the B string, I'm just making sure I jump the side of my hand over, so this way that D string won't ring out. Alright, 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 16th notes. Alright, so back to chord strumming. So back to rhythm counting out loud as you go. So you were already strumming it correct, so that's good. So, trying to think if there's anything to really add here. But getting this up to 100, that'll be the new speed goal to shoot for. So here it is at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and done. And 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 2 and 3 and 4 loud as you go at the 100. So if that proves to be too much of a pain in the butt, don't worry about it. Definitely be able to do it at the 60. That is doable. But once you get faster with it, no need to keep counting along with it. So working with these 16th notes, I think, is going to be, I think it's a very good example of when, as you get faster, you got to really have the feel of what you're doing ingrained in the old subconscious, in the muscle memory, because counting out loud at crazy ass fast speeds, it's kind of impossible for a lot of stuff. I mean, I guess you could work it up, but it's impractical We'll say, I think that's a better way of putting it. Impractical. Alright, all this schmutz. Hopefully you got the PDF sent yesterday. Yeah, so just like the other chord progression arpeggios, all you got to do is hit it once and you're good. And then write down the name of the chord you're arpeggiating and the Roman numeral associated with it. So yeah, 60 beats a minute would be good. Just try and do that. I mean, you don't even have to do metronome. I would recommend using one to make sure that you are playing at a pace slow enough that you can more comfortably play each of the progressions. And you only need to get through each of them once. So you could name all the chords and number everything first, or you could do it as you go through each progression. Up to you. I think with this being so straightforward, I might actually just skip the demo on this one. But if you want a demo, I'll happily do it. Just tell me. The same thing with the arpeggios like we've talked about before. I will move one finger at a time. So yeah, one finger at a time pretty much. Yeah, for the dominant 7 there, I'm holding it with all 4 fingers. Oh, I just gave away a chord. Oh, I'm sure you would have gotten it anyway. But yeah, just one finger at a time. For the minors... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, that's right. First, I thought I wrote something wrong on that second progression. I was like, wait a minute, that ain't right. No, that's right. That's what it's supposed to be. Now, I know I've seen you do these major 7s plenty of times. I don't remember if I've seen you do the minor 7s, but when I do it, so like for example, this guy here, whoop, I'm holding the root note with my middle, and I'm doing a bar on the D, G, and B string with my ring finger. So I learned doing it this way because my first guitar teacher, who ended up stealing money from my dad, he was pissed at this guy. One of the first progressions he gave me within like the first month, and I hadn't been playing for very long either, but he gave me this progression here where you're using like a dominant 7 and dominant 9s. If you ever start teaching people yourself, I recommend, highly recommend, don't give them that if they're a beginner. It's a fucking pain in the ass. Anyway, yeah, with this dominant 9 chord, you gotta hold the bass note with your middle finger. You bar these notes, the top 3 strings, with your ring finger. This way your index finger can hit that 3rd interval there on the D string. So I'm in the habit of doing that for this as well. I mean, you could actually add the index finger back here as well. Ugh, that was terrible. Anyway, we will be doing this dominant 9 shape eventually. This way you know what it is. If you ever... you might find something you're writing where that fits. I usually hate dominant 7 chord sounds, but I've had a couple instances where using the root 3rd and a flat 7, so I don't have the 5 in there, but the root 3rd and flat 7, it just fit perfectly in a couple riffs I have. I can think of one. I'm trying to remember what the heck the other one is, but anyway, it can work in context. And a lot of times people complain about how awful a diminished chord sounds. They're like, when would you ever use that? It's like, well, it depends on the context. So, anyway. Yeah, I think that covers all the fingering for that stuff. 'Cause, yeah, we went over that. Boom, boom. And then you're going to have that diminished shape there. Wrong. Oh my goodness, am I forgetting what the heck the B diminished... I played a diminished shape in the very wrong spot. I probably should put my middle finger on. I told you the calories are screwing me. There's the diminished shape. See, it's very close to and minor 7 flat 5. Minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished 7. It's very similar to how you hold your major 7 in this way. So you still have the minor triad on the top 3 strings. It's just you're going to basically exchange your first and second finger. So your first finger comes up here, middle finger goes down here. So just in case you were curious how I would hold these chords, like the best way to do it. It feels like the most efficient way, I think. So there we go. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I'll see you again on Chest Day.